Jens, so obviously support is an insanely hot topic, obviously how to do it. So when people think about support with SAP, I kind of hear that it's reactive. Okay, with the support for an SAP environment is reactive. I know it's much more than this. Can you outline the thoughts around how do you view support?
Yep, happy to do so. And indeed, it's one of the urban myths in the market. It starts with reactive problem solving, of course, but it is by far not ending with it. Without solving customer problems, everything else is not happening. But we can do so much more for customers than just taking problems. It starts with avoiding problems. The best problem is a problem that is not occurring. The best interaction with the customer on a problem is an interaction that is not necessary. So we are investing a lot in preventive problem solving. We detect a problem before the customer even sees it, and then we are resolving it, which poses the nice question, how we then make this relevant to the customer, because he may not even see anything anymore. The second thing is proactivity. With AI based on customer usage and specific data, we will reach out to them before they even know they may run into a problem, right? You need to do something here. The third part is about enablement. So a lot of topics customers can much faster resolve themselves. Yeah, look at you and me, right? We're traveling a lot. The best interaction with a airline carrier is just by self-service. You don't want to call somebody, hang in a call center and so on. And the final thing is what we call guidance, which is giving customers also tool-based best practice advice on how to do things, which goes beyond classical support. This is not even about problems anymore. This is about how do I install S4? How do I move to RISE? And what are the assets and guidances that SAP can give me on that? How should I do this? Don't give me 10 options. Tell me what you think I should do based on my situation. That is all support for us as well.
So Jens, AI, we can't go anywhere without having a conversation about AI.
Exactly.
So when we think about AI embedded into support, I'd love to get your thoughts on what does that look like with SAP?
Yes, well, thank you for the question. It's an obvious one. It's in everybody's mind. What is AI? And again, I mean, one of the myths that people often have, and this is how SAP years ago started as well, right? AI is about efficiency. Isn't that great? We have AI, they can do the things that formerly a human being did. They answer faster, they answer better, it's cheaper, whatever. That may be part of the game, but the real value is in customer value. If we combine personalized customer observations, because we know about our customer, we should, right? What did they install? What problems do they have? Which programs do they want to drive? What do they want to implement when? What are their specialties, site solutions, BTP solutions, whatever it will be? And how can we use this rich data in an AI setting to detect opportunities for customers? Did you know that you could do that? We had another customer in a similar problem who applied that. Again, right, you will run into the following problem if you go like that. You can adopt better here. You are missing a functionality there, things like that. So that is where we see the real power of AI instead of internal efficiencies. And if it comes to internal efficiencies, we truly believe in enterprise software where we have large, important customers. We need to, we always will have to have the human interface in place. Now, we cannot do it like the telcos in the 90s, right? Press 1 if you want to do this, press 2 if you want to do that. You need to have an expert.
Yeah.
But we want to free up these people by making redundant work AI-driven. So we solve a problem. The second time the problem is popping up, AI should be able to resolve it. And the expert can do something else. So that for me would be a couple of very important elements in AI for SAP in support. So Nate, as we sit here and we talked a lot about AI, obviously, what do you think how SAP and Microsoft can join forces on all the joint customers we're having? on this AI topic?
Yeah, I love trying to define AI.
Okay.
So when I think about AI in very general terms, there's three buckets. There's embedded, which I think SAP is doing an outstanding job of trying to integrate AI into the application suite. The second is digital assistant, and then the third really lands with BTP, with doing development and leveraging things like AI Core and Gen AI Hub to access things through a common license. But when I really do go back to that second topic, which is the digital assistants, and I think about seeing Copilot and Joule coexisting in the future, and obviously there's a lot of work being done in that space to be able to say, I've got the unstructured data that is residing inside of Copilot, whether it's through emails or SharePoint or Teams chats, to be able to merge that with the structured data that can come from SAP. Sure, we can kind of hardwire those connections, and I think about like an old telephone operator just connecting. You have to know exactly what you want to get. In the future, it's going to be more like phone a friend, so that in the case of Copilot calling Joule will know exactly where the information exists, whether it's in their version or their instance of SuccessFactors or Ariba or inside of the ERP system. Joule will know where all that information is, can pull that together and send it back to Copilot. This is where the merging of the digital assistants really starts to come together with a strong story.
Thank you. It was a great experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Jens.